Hello everyone. Welcome to the topic Manufacturing Industries Part 2. We are supposed to start from the mineral based industries, and mineral based industries are the main industries that get their raw material from beneath the earth's surface, from the ores or the home of the minerals. It provides employment to both rural as well as urban population, and this industry includes the basic industry, iron and steel industry, as well as heavy machinery industry. These are the industries that use the minerals and metals as their raw material. Now, the distinction between the agro based and the mineral based industries are: the agro based industries get raw materials from agriculture sector, and mineral based industries get raw material from the minerals, that is from the ores, uh, from the earth's interior. Agro-based industries often do not need large-scale investment, whereas the capital investment is more, and it is significantly high in the capital is required more in the mineral-based industry. Jute, sugar industries are example. Iron and steel industry and the making of cars is another example. Let us now first go to the iron and steel industry. Iron and steel is the basic industry as it provides raw material to many of the other industry. Heavy, medium, light industries depend on this industry for their machinery. It is considered as a heavy industry because all the raw materials as well as the finished goods are heavy and bulky, and they are entailing heavy transportation cost. They gather or get more heavy transportation cost. Large transportation cost is required for the movement of these material. India is an important iron and steel producing country in the world. We are not able to perform to our full potential because the high cost and limited availability of the raw material, and also low productivity of labor, irregular supply of energy, poor infrastructure. These all stand as drawback. The reasons for the concentration of Chota Nagpur region to be the center for the iron and steel industry: because this industry is concentrated here, because the advantages are: here we have rich reserves of iron ore, we have availability of coal, we have limestone, coking coal, everything available in closeness or vicinity to each other. Also, the transport cost is less. The Damodar River and its tributaries provide water which is required for this industry. Hence, this region has developed thermal as well as hydropower plants which provide electricity for the region. This is the image showing of the making of the material, manufacturing of the material, iron and steel industry. Transport of raw material: blast furnace used in melting, then pig iron or crude material is separated, then the molten material is used in the making of the steel, then The sheets are used to make different kinds of shapes. The iron and steel industry, history and present status. The first industry was established at Protonova in Tamil Nadu, followed by Kulti in West Bengal. First integrated steel plant came at Jamshedpur behind the Jamshedji Tata, the pioneer, one of the foremost industrialists in the year 1907. Presently, there are 10 primary integrated iron and steel plants, around 200 mini steel plants. What are the problems of iron and steel industry? High cost, limited availability of coking coal. Coal has different products, and the material which is used in this making is the coking coal, and that availability is less. Low productivity of labor are not well trained and skilled. Irregular supply of energy, erratic power supply, poor infrastructure. These are all the factors which make this industry uh, to go on a setback. Children, aluminium smelting is deleted from the syllabus. You can have a look. Chemical industry is deleted from the syllabus. Fertilizer industry is deleted from the syllabus. Cement industry is deleted from the syllabus. Automobile industry. Automobiles today, every vehicle we use today which enables quick transportation of goods, service, people from one place to another in trucks, buses, railways, scooters, cars, cycles, three wheeler, four wheeler, multi utility vehicles, everything are manufactured in India at various centers. After liberalization, the removal of the licensing policy, free entry, free exit, the coming of new and contemporary new models into our country, this has given a push or stimulated the development of this industry. It has given a rise in demand for the vehicles in the market. This led to healthy growth of this automobile industry, including the passenger cars. We know the cheapest, smallest nano also. The car is not a distant dream for any middle class person also. Everybody is able to buy because it is affordable. Two wheeler and three wheelers have enabled so many people who depend on transport industry. This industry had experienced a quantum jump in less than 15 years, a very big growth. The foreign direct investment brought new technology and aligned this industry with global developments. We are able to compete with the global market. We are able to provide commercial vehicles. We are able to provide two wheelers, three wheelers, every product producing industry which is located in Delhi, Gurgaon, Mumbai, Pune, Chennai, all of them have shown significant development. The next industry is the information technology industry. You remember in the federalism chapter when we were doing the subjects of union, state, and concurrent list, this was the subject which came late. So, this subject was included in the residual subject residuary the remaining, and the central government has responsibility. This industry and the electronic industry covers a wide range of products, right from a small transistor to big television sets. Today, television is available at world class. You need not to go to the cinema theaters. Your own television at home gives you the world class level, enjoying a big spectrum of vision. Telephones, cellulars, pagers, telephone exchange, radars, computers, many other equipments required by the telecommunication industry are all manufactured here. And Bangalore has emerged as the electronic capital of our country. Financial capital, we know Mumbai. Delhi is the national capital, and it is believed that Punjab is the agricultural capital because of the enhanced agricultural productivity. Some of the magazines reveal that. So, the other important centers of electronic goods are Mumbai, Delhi, Hyderabad, Pune, Chennai, Kolkata, Lucknow, Coimbatore are some of the regions. The software technology parks provide single window service, high data communication facility to the software experts. Today, simultaneously, the MNCs which are working in our country, they have their branches set over worldwide, and the work is going on in the daytime in India. The same is transferred to other countries, say USA, and they continue the set of the business activities. All this is happening because of the information technology, the prosperous section, the intellectual section, working in the business processes, outsourcing areas, which take the orders of other countries and get the work accomplished in our country. This industry has been a major foreign exchange earner in the last 2 decades, 2 or 3 decades, and here it is producing nearly 50,000 of our educated intellectuals. They move to other countries in search of jobs. If this industry is still creating more and more opportunities within our country, such intellectual minds and group and intelligentsia can stay in India and do wonders. Now we have studied about industries. Let us now study about the impact of pollution on the environment. Industrial pollution and environmental degradation. We have studied at length land degradation, environmental degradation in the chapter 1. Now let us see how mining other activities will cause environmental degradation, how these industries release toxic elements into the water, into the air, into the land and pollute, and what steps can we take. Industrial pollution is a major cause of degradation of the environment, which in turn is a key factor, very important factor in turning extreme weather conditions into natural disaster. When nature takes its revenge, no one can defend themselves. Degradation of the environment is not only intensifying disasters but also increases the potential for another disaster. Air pollution is caused by the presence of a high proportion of undesirable gases like sulfur dioxide, carbon monoxide, and other elements. Airborne particulate or small materials, they contain both solids as well as liquid particles like dust, spray, mist, smoke. All these are elements present in the air, very tiny particle. Smoke is emitted by the chemical and paper factories, brick kilns, and refineries and smelting plants. Here, burning of fossil fuels is happening in big and small factories. They don't follow the pollution norms. They have to follow the pollution norms, otherwise toxic elements, poisonous gases are released. We studied about Bhopal gas tragedy in 1984, the biggest disaster. Even 30 years after the disaster, people are adversely affected, their limbs are affected, the breathing organs are affected, they don't have a normal life. The health of the people, animals, plants, buildings, everything in the atmosphere is getting affected. So the norms given by the pollution checking authorities are to be followed, and any kind of lapse should be severely punished. Water pollution. Water pollution is caused by organic and inorganic industrial waste. Industrial effluents, that is the waste which are discharged into the water bodies, river bodies, even before they are treated, they are the main culprits, they are the main cause. That is the reason this regard the paper industry, the pulp, the chemical industry, textile industry, dyeing or the painting of the fabric, petroleum refineries, tanneries or preservatives, electroplating industry, these all of them, they let out dyes or colors, detergents, acids, salts, heavy materials like lead, mercury, pesticide, fertilizer, synthetic chemicals, carbon, plastic, rubber, all of them into water bodies. Some of them are untreated, they are hot. Even before they are cooled, they are let out into the water bodies. And what will happen to the aquatic animals? They just die. There will not be any life for them. In the thermal industry, the fly ash which is coming, the phosphogypsum, the iron and steel slags, the small parts which are like layers, they are all coming as a solid, semi solid waste in India. The thermal pollution which is coming out in the manufacture of the electricity, the making of electricity through coal. Hot water from the factories and the thermal plants is drained into rivers, and even before cooling, that will affect the aquatic life. The aquatic life is directly affected, there is death, nothing else which is left over. Water from the nuclear power plants, nuclear weapon production areas, the facilities, these all people who are releasing, these all industries which are releasing the elements that can cause cancer, birth defects, miscarriage, children miscarriage, even before the child is born, the child dies in the womb itself. Such a disgrace. Soil and water pollution, these are all closely related with one another. Dumping of waste, especially glass material, so very harmful to the aquatic animals. Harmful chemicals, industrial effluents, waste, industrial effluents, waste, packaging materials, salts, garbage, everything is reduced, it is put into the water bodies. Along with this, when the rain is falling, that rain water is entering, percolating, it is percolating and entering into the earth's interior, carrying all these pollutants into the ground. The ground cannot take it, they are not biodegradable, they stand as a plastic covering the ground, contaminating the ground, not allowing it to breathe. What right we have to destroy the nature which is giving us fresh air, water and all? How can man do such kind of senseless activities? The noise pollution not only results in irritation, anger, it can also cause hearing impairment. increased heart diseases. Heart rate will be very, very high, and that may lead to pressure, blood pressure, and even heart stroke. Among other physiological effects which affect the physique of a person, the well-being of a person, unwanted sounds are very, very irritant, and it is a source of stress. Cannot concentrate, or mind becomes collapsed. Industrial and constructional activities, machinery, jarring sound which is created, factory equipment, generators, saws which create the cutting of the wood, the pneumatic and electric drills, they affect the hearing organs. The eardrum will not be effective. Lot of noise, electric drills and all these all make lot of noise. So how to control the environmental degradation? These all factors we need to keep in mind. Number one, we are putting all the factors in one place. Very, very important to be tested from board point of view. As you young generation, the future of the nation, they will definitely question you how, what steps you will be taking to minimize the pollution, to minimize the effect on the environment. Every liter of waste which is discharged into the water, this industrial waste is polluting 8 times the quantity of fresh water. So 1 is to 8. How much of wastage? How can industrial pollution of fresh water be reduced? Here some suggestions are there. What are the suggestions? Number 1, minimize the use of water by reduce, reuse, and recycle. The three R's. When we cannot reduce, we can do two successive stages. Okay. Number one, harvest the rainwater to meet the water requirement. Rainwater harvesting. Treating hot water and the industrial effluents or waste even before they are released into the water bodies, river and ponds. Treating them through three methods: primary, secondary, and tertiary methods. Primary, number one, by mechanical means involving screening, grinding, flocculation, sedimentation. How this happens? First is screening, filter, grinding, break them into smaller pieces, flocculation, separation. All these pieces are to be made into small pieces, separate them. Sedimentation is again gather these pieces. In the second stage, second treatment, by biological process, any moss, lichens, etc. are there, separate those also, and all other these elements also. Tertiary treatment, both biological process, chemical, physical. All these processes are undergoing. Separation is happening. All waste are separated from the water. Then water recycling, chemical process, and treatment of water. Then we can use it again for other purposes. Now comes the NTPC, the National Thermal Power Corporation Limited. This is the largest thermal power generating company of India. This has set up ISO norms so that we are not polluting the environment. The public sector company, it was incorporated in the year 1975 to accelerate or to grow the power development in the country as a wholly owned company of the government. Government is welfare oriented. It will check the role, it will follow its functions aptly, systematically. The main business is engineering, construction, operation of power generating plants. At these areas, pollution checking norms are to be followed. It also provides consultancy in the areas of power plant construction, power generation to the companies in India as well as in abroad. The NTPC has set benchmark, a standard for power industry, both in the area of power plant construction and operation. It provides power at the cheapest average tariff of within the country. Very cheap generation. What all steps to be followed to reduce the pollution? Number one, optimum utilization of equipment, adopting latest technology, upgrading existing equipment. Whatever technology is there, we need to upgrade that. Use that technology to its optimum level. Optimum is fullest without wastage. Without wastage. Minimizing waste generation by maximizing ash utilization. After the thermal power generation is done, two pipes are going. One hot water is carried by this pipe, another the ash, which is the coal which was used in the generation of the electricity, that will turn into ash. That ash will be in semi solid stage, maybe in the slurry form. So this ash is led out into pond, ash pond, and it is settling here. And nearby all trees are planted. These trees will protect the environment, and this fly ash particles which are there, that will not pollute the environment, that will bring and settle down here. And also remember, children, this ash will be organic manure. After it is cooling down, can be used as a manure in the agricultural industry. This hot water, after cooling down, can be recycled and used for other purposes. So, providing green belts for nurturing ecological balance and addressing the question of special purpose vehicles for afforestation. So near the ash pond, the green belt is simply chain of trees which are planted, okay, like this, and they will be maintaining ecological balance. The ecology, the environment, atmosphere will be safeguarded. And afforestation, plantation of more and more trees will happen. This will reduce the pollution in the environment. Reduction of environmental pollution through ash pond management. Just now we drew the diagram and learned. Ash water has to be recycled. The liquid waste which has come out, that will be used as organic manure. Ecological monitoring, time to time ecological monitoring has to be done, and the database systems will be working at different thermal center, and what is the ecological balance state here, this has to be given, and the national level monitoring system will be there. Thermal point 1, 2, 3, 4. What is the number here, here? And day to day monitoring is done. Reviews are taken. Database is moving from one center to another center. All this is happening at the NTPC. NTPC is continuously working to check the environmental balance. And the national agency corporation is seeing that the environment is safeguarded. Time to time, day to day reports are moving. Continuously, it is being monitored to check the ecological balance. This PPT is made by my student Bharateshwar, 10th D, my own class. Excellent boy. I take delight in explaining and learning by doing so. Thank you so much, children. One more topic, lifelines. I will be coming up with many of the answers are given in the slideshow. Please write down, learn, and wish you all the best for your boards. God bless you all. Thank you so much.